You're waiting on news about money, news if you are getting a payout, if you've gotten the raise, gotten the bonus, gotten the job, if your kid got into school, the college they wanted to get into. You're trying to find out how can we pay to send our kid to school, some of you, because this is often the card of the student. But it's also has a lot of associations with earth signs like yourself. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So it could either be another Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, or it could be you, just like maybe you're the one trying to decide who to give the job to. Maybe you're a business owner. Like, who am I going to bring on as my assistant? Who am I going to bring on as to work in my shop? There's something about, making a decision. But news about money, news about an offer. But it is coming up as your challenge. So it could just be making the decision. Or waiting on the news. This could also be, because it is a page, you kind of feeling like concerned that someone or your child or someone younger than you is making a wrong decision. Like they're repeating a mistake that they made before, or maybe a mistake that you made. I kind of get that energy, Taurus, for some of you. Like I don't want them to make the same mistake I did by choosing the wrong career path, or not focusing on one that would make them a lot of money or that would offer them financial security. But this could also be about not wanting to repeat the same mistake when it comes to work, like, taking on a job that is either not going to pay you enough, but you're overworked and underpaid, or there's something about like not waiting to hear the news, but at the same time being a little apprehensive because you don't want to repeat a mistake maybe that you made before. Something of that nature, Taurus. But Fehu is here, meaning an offer is coming. And you got a lot of other money stuff going on here. So it looks good financially, but it is just like a concern of, I don't want to repeat the same mistake, or I don't want someone else to repeat a mistake. Now, for some of you, maybe you're going back and forth. This is like negotiations. This does kind of feel like negotiations of a contract, negotiations of a lease. For some of you, it could be real estate, property. You do have the rune of property here too. Well, the tarot card and the rune of property. So yeah, it could be like, oh, we got swindled when we bought this place, so we're looking for a new place, and I don't want that to happen again. Or we really accepted a really low price for the last time we sold a place, and we really don't want to repeat that mistake again. So it is kind of like, do we take the offer now or do we hold out? Because we did this last time and I don't want to do that again. So there's something to where you've learned from your past mistakes. You may have to be patient in July. Maybe that's it. It's like, man, we really want to get out of here, or sell this place because our place is ready, or we want to move, or we want to do this. And, or we really want to move right now, but it would really be more financially feasible if we waited until things were a little more stable. So it is kind of just like that, weighing your decisions, not doing anything rash, Taurus, and you're just not known to do that. But maybe it's your spouse or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or your roommate or, someone else who is maybe kind of you feel like more likely to rush into something than you feel comfortable with. So it's going to be necessary to maybe negotiate with them. Like, I feel like we should take our time and do it right rather than regret it later, which is wise, sound Taurus advice. So they would do well to listen to you, Taurus. You know what you're talking about, but you already knew that. In the present energy, so for some of you, this is going to be whenever you're watching this video. This is going on right now, or end of June going into July. We do have the King of Cups in reverse. This could be that partner for some of you we were talking about. Normally associated with water sign energy, so Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. In the reverse, yeah, I think for you guys, you just feel like this person is acting out of emotion. Like they're wanting to do something based on making a decision based on how they're feeling rather than their an intelligent decision, which is what you do, right? Your logic. They're not doing that. They just really want out of something. So I feel like for many of you, this is a home or a living space. They just really want to move. They want to get out of this neighborhood. They want to get out of this state, this country, this house. And you are like, okay, yeah, we can, but we can't do it today. Like, we need to take our time and really, really consider this. Now, for others of you, this could be somebody who is hiding the truth, being deceptive about something in regards to a move or a job. Because he's coming in with an offer, but it is an offer that's hiding something. So July is going to be a month where, and I don't know if Mercury is retrograde, it kind of feels like this, to where you should definitely check and recheck all details if you can avoid signing contracts. I know Mars is retrograde. I think through all of July or most of it. So yeah, really, really check and recheck all details about any contracts that you're signing or any deals, which is always wise, but especially when any planets are retrograde, because yeah, it seems like that could be somebody could be trying to pull a fast one or trying to talk you into something that you just are not. You're immediately like, no. It's just like a flashing red light for Taurus. Like, no, that's not a good plan. I don't think we should do that right now. You know, that's just really your first instinct to go with that. So yeah, check and recheck if this King of Cups. Now, for others of you, like I said before, I just feel like this is someone who is like making a decision out of them, or maybe they're just giving you advice. Like, here's what I would do, but you know that they normally like make decisions based on stuff that you don't normally consider. So, I mean, again, it's one of those things where, yeah, you can ask anybody's advice that you want to, but at the end of the day, you have to kind of fall back on your own decision-making process. And because what works for for someone else may be the opposite of what works for you, right? I feel like, though, you know what's right? So it's not a huge challenge. I think maybe your main challenge for most of you may be either finding out what this person's being deceptive about and you know, making sure that all the I's are dotted and all the T's are crossed before you sign your name to that contract, or talking someone into like, okay, yes, we can do that, but we gotta wait. It's not the right time. We need more money, or we need to get things more paid down before we move. Maybe next year, maybe later this year, maybe in August, maybe in October. You got an 8 and a 10 here, so. But the help that's going to be available to you in July is the Tower card, which is an odd card to get for help, Taurus, but it's not always a bad card. This is just saying the unexpected. So, what I'm immediately getting with that is whatever's being hidden, whatever someone is trying to kind of throw at you unexpectedly, or whatever is unstable, like, you will find out about, you will know about. And it will actually lead to a victory for you. You will actually get out of. So whatever lies or deception may come up regarding a job, regarding a property, regarding a shift or change you're looking to make, whatever is unstable about a building, because the Tower is literally a building on a shaky foundation, built on a poor foundation, and so now it's all tumbling down. So yeah, this could be a home. Check around too. Check the flooding situation. Check, especially if it's like, why is this property so low priced? I mean, it sounds like a steal. It sounds too good to be true, because it is. It's like in a flood zone, or maybe it's right on top of a fault that's active, or near an active volcano. I mean, you know, there's something about it that or like it's like Tornado Alley, right? And there's no basement. And they won't insure your house for it. All those Taurus things that you would check. Right? All those earth sign practical considerations that you would check. There's something that someone's trying to pull the wool over your eyes, and you're like, nah. Look, I found out about this, and yeah, we're not gonna move there. Or, yeah, I found all these caveats written into the contract, the job contract, and they're not going to work for me unless we can strike those out. Here's what I will accept. Here's what I won't accept, you know? So that's going to lead to your victory, though, Taurus. It's a good thing. Now, this could also just be saying there is a victory coming for you that you're not even seeing. So it's a win. It could be an insurance payout, a settlement for something that already happened, some sort of, you know, something that already happened to a property you own. If a storm came through and you had storm damage or flooding damage or anything like that, and you were waiting for a payout to rebuild or to fix it so you could sell it and get the hell out of there. Or just so you could get it back to, you know, livable state or working order, that's coming in July. But unexpectedly, maybe you thought it was going to take much longer. So, but yeah, anything unexpected that at first with the Tower, sometimes it can be like an unexpected circumstance, storm, situation that causes, you know, does cause damage. And you're like, oh my God, in the first place, but it ends up being a win. It ends up maybe allowing you to move, or it ends up maybe allowing you to fix up the place better than it was in the first place, right? If anything else comes through with that, I was kind of waiting to see. Sometimes they trickle in. I think the faucet turned off on that one. We'll see. What must be accepted? 10 of coins. That's a wonderful card to get in the what must be accepted position, because it's about abundance, family, everybody coming together, financial stability, generations of family helping each other out, spending time together. Could be a family reunion, could be an event where everybody comes together. For some of you, this could be a wedding, because Gifu is here. So it could be an inheritance. So yeah, for some of you, maybe this is news about, like, did we get that property? You know, maybe this is something that's been in probate. It's something that, you know, everybody's been like division of property kind of situation. Maybe it was a divorce. And then you're finding out you get the property, and there may still be in July kind of like, again, what I'm feeling with July is, okay, we got the win, or we figured out what was going on, but now there's still just kind of this period of waiting until, I think, August with the 8 of coins here. So yeah, it's like we get the news in July, but we're actually going to move on this in August, or we'll actually get the payout in August, or we'll actually get the property in August, or we're actually going to move in August. So, and I think that would be better. It does look like August is well-starred for all financial deals, far more than July. July seems a bit of a roller coaster ride, but you're going to figure it out, Taurus, just by taking your time, right? You're all about, we got to be patient. We got to figure out, we got to make sure all of our ducks are in a row. We got to make sure that everybody's being on the up and up with us. Those of you that are looking to make a business partnership, if that's what this is, if this is an offer to partner up, or bring in an investor, it could be somebody within the family. But with the 10 of coins, this is like a financial marriage, right? Or maybe, you know, you're getting married, or you're planning a wedding, and that's what this is. You and, you know, maybe you are on different pages about when you can afford to do this, because it seems like somebody wants a big, expensive wedding. And I don't know if it's you, Taurus, or the other person. Again, I'm more inclined to say that it may be the water sign energy, the Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer, who's like, oh, I want this and I want that, and, you know, they want to do another royal wedding or something. And you're kind of like, well, we can have a big wedding, but we have to do everything frugally. You're going to be the one that's like, okay, here's our budget. And you'll be checking them too. like don't even think, whoever this is, that they're just going to be able to spend willy-nilly. You're going to be like, oh no, we got to have a budget, and this is what we're going to do. So yeah, there's a partnership aspect here with Gifu, or a partnership offer is on the table, and it may be from a family member if it's not like a wedding that you're planning. But But for others of you, it could just be like someone else in the family's getting married, and it's a family reunion because you're seeing everybody at the event, and maybe you're helping with someone's wedding, Taurus. You're helping someone else plan their wedding, because for some of you, maybe it's not happening in July, but maybe like some of the pre-festivities are happening in July, and then the actual wedding is in August. But yeah, this outcome, the 8 of Coins, maybe you're moving in with a family member, some of you, in property that you've inherited. Or you and your partner, you and your husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend are moving into inherited property. Or building a house on family property, or investing with other I'm seeing someone, and this is probably a specific message for one Taurus out there, but I'm seeing like one of you out there, you're building like a housing, you're planning a housing addition on already, you own the property, or the family owns the property. And you and one of your other family members, could be anyone, uncle, brother, sister, mom, dad, you're planning like, hey, we should build a housing addition here, or at least on part of it. I feel like for the one of you that I'm talking to, you would be building on part of the land. But yeah, it's like, let's turn this into income for our retirement, or let's turn this into, if we sell that land, maybe you're just selling it to a development company. If we just sell that land, then we can monetize better, or we would have money for retirement. So yeah, there's something that you're turning in, something that is owned or inherited that you're turning into a business opportunity or turning into cash. There's something maybe valuable that you can sell that would benefit everyone with the 10 of Coins. Somebody looks good. It's just a matter of figuring it out, negotiating, figuring out the best contract, the best investor, the best partnership, the best person to bring on board as your partner. But the outcome is the 8 of Coins, so working hard. This is the card of the apprentice, so there could be those of you that this is a new job where where you've negotiated finally what you want. For some of you, maybe it was the relocation that was a stickler. Maybe this would have required you moving to a different place. It involves moving to a different state, a different country, or maybe it was too far of a commute. So maybe you were trying to negotiate, well, if I could work at home maybe one day a week or a couple days a week, I could do that. There's something that you may be trying to negotiate, and that may be what delays you getting going in July. But 8 of Coins is saying you're going to know it's coming in August. Like, there's going to be stability. You will be learning new things, but this is built on experience you already have. With the 8 of Coins, you do have at least the start of this. But yeah, it could be in a different, because this is the card of the student again. There are aspects, just as when you start any new job, that you will be learning new, specific to that company, specific to the way that they do things, specific to that kind of industry, where you are going to be kind of shadowing someone for a while. But really enjoying the work. It may require a lot of attention to detail. And you're going to be happy with, you may not get everything you ask for, Taurus, but you'll be able to negotiate what you feel is a fair salary and what you feel is fair, especially some of you may be kind of like, you know what, I'm not going to move, but I could do this from where I am now. You may be able to, again, it'll be different for all of you. So if you want me to take a look at your specific circumstances, definitely get in touch with me. But yeah, some of you may be like, I can't move because, my spouse has a job here, or my kids are in college or school here, and I don't want to uproot the whole family, but is there any way we can work it out so that I, can work from home? And maybe you go out there a couple times a year or whatever for meetings or something. But that's what I see here, Taurus. Definitely money looks good. It looks stable. It looks abundant. There's an unexpected win, especially when it comes to property or inherited property or negotiations with contracts here. So really get ready to go in there swinging for what you want in July, because it looks like you're going to have all the details worked out, certainly by the time you get to August.